Ah, the mid-career phase. You've climbed the ladder, put in the years. You've got the experience, the knowledge, but something's missing, isn't it? That spark, that drive. It's a common tale, old as time itself. You're at a crossroads, my friend. Like a ship becalmed, you might feel adrift. The winds of change have died down. The familiar routine, once comforting, now feels stifling. Is this all there is? That's the question gnawing at you, isn't it? Don't worry, you're not alone. This isn't a sign of weakness, but a natural stage of professional life, a time for reflection, for reassessment, a time to ask yourself, where do I go from here? The good news is this isn't the end, it's a new beginning. A chance to redefine success on your own terms, to reignite that fire in your belly. It's time to navigate the mid-career maze and emerge stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. This is a moment of truth, a time to take stock, to be honest with yourself. Are you content with the path you're on, or is there a yearning for something more? Maybe you've hit a wall, that dreaded plateau. The promotions have dried up, the work feels stale. Or perhaps you're grappling with the ever-elusive work-life balance, juggling responsibilities like a circus performer. It's easy to feel lost in the labyrinth of mid-career challenges, the pressure to maintain, to provide, to keep up appearances. But remember, you're not defined by your job title or your pay grade. You are capable of more than you realize. Take a deep breath, my friend. This is not the time for despair, but for action. It's time to seize the reins, to become the architect of your own destiny. It's time to turn this mid-career maze into a playground of possibilities. Don't think for a moment that you're alone in this struggle. History is replete with tales of individuals who faced their own mid-career crossroads and emerged triumphant. Look at Winston Churchill. Written off as washed up in his early 60s, he rose to become the indomitable leader who rallied a nation against tyranny. Or consider Julia Child. She didn't even discover her passion for cooking until her late 30s. Imagine, she could have easily settled into a life of comfortable obscurity. But she dared to reinvent herself, to pursue her true calling, and became a culinary icon. These stories, and countless others like them, remind us that it's never too late to change course, to embrace new challenges, to write the next chapter of our own story. They stand as testaments to the indomitable spirit that resides within each of us. So, take heart. You too can navigate this mid-career maze and emerge victorious. Let the lessons of history guide you. Be bold, be courageous, and never, ever give up on your dreams. Now, before we dive into the nitty-gritty of overcoming specific challenges, let's talk strategy. Because navigating this maze requires more than just good intentions, it demands a plan. Think of this video as your compass and map. We'll explore the common pitfalls that trap so many in the mid-career labyrinth. We'll equip you with the tools and tactics to overcome these obstacles and emerge stronger on the other side. We'll delve into the power of setting new goals, of reigniting your passion for learning, of building a network that empowers and uplifts. We'll talk about the importance of self-care, of maintaining that delicate work-life balance, of staying true to yourself amidst the cacophony of external pressures. This is about more than just climbing the corporate ladder. It's about crafting a career and a life that truly resonates with your values, your aspirations, your very essence. So buckle up, my friend. The journey through the mid-career maze is about to begin, and together we'll navigate it with clarity, purpose, and a healthy dose of good humor. Ah, stagnation, the insidious foe of the mid-career professional. It creeps up on you like a fog, slowly obscuring your vision, sapping your motivation. One day, you're charging ahead, full of beans. The next, you're stuck in a rut, the daily grind feeling more like a grindstone wearing you down. You know the feeling, don't you? That sense of going through the motions, of your skills atrophying like an unused muscle. The work that once challenged you now feels repetitive, mundane. The thrill of the chase has given way to the drudgery of the catch. You're not alone, my friend. This is a common ailment in the mid-career maze, often mistaken for a midlife crisis. But it's rarely about age and everything about engagement. Your mind, that magnificent instrument, craves novelty, challenge, growth. Starve it for too long and it begins to wither. But fear not, for stagnation is not a life sentence. It's a wake-up call, a sign that it's time to shake things up, to inject some vitality back into your professional life. And in the next few sections, we'll explore exactly how to do just that. The mid-career phase is often haunted by a seductive temptress, the what if, she whispers in your ear, reminding you of paths not taken. What if I had pursued my passion for art? What if I had taken that leap of faith? Her song can be alluring, even intoxicating. It's easy to get swept up in the fantasy of a different life. But beware, my friend, for the what if can lead you down a rabbit hole of regret. The key is to listen with a discerning ear. Is it a nudge towards a more authentic path? Or is it escapism, luring you away from building a fulfilling life? Every path has its share of twists and turns. The past is immutable, but the present is where the real power lies. Acknowledge the what if. Learn from it, but don't let it paralyze you. The future is still yours to write. The eternal tightrope walk of work-life balance. A challenge faced by professionals at all stages. Work, family, personal life, all vying for your time and attention. You're pulled in a million different directions. Deadlines loom. The boss wants that report yesterday. And somewhere in there you're supposed to find time to sleep and eat. It's enough to make even the most organized want to join the circus. But there are ways to manage the chaos and find sanity. Prioritize, delegate, and master the art of saying no. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself is essential for success. Now, let's talk about fulfillment. That deep-seated sense of purpose, of making a meaningful contribution. It's what we all crave, isn't it? To feel like our work has value, that it matters in the grand scheme of things. But in the mid-career phase, this quest for fulfillment can feel like searching for the Holy Grail. You've climbed the ladder, achieved a certain level of success. But that nagging question persists. Is this it? The promotions, the pay raises, they no longer hold the same allure. You're left with a sense of emptiness, a yearning for something more. This, my friend, is not a sign of failure, but rather a sign of growth. It means you're ready for more than just a job. You're ready for a calling, a career that aligns with your values, your passions, your unique talents. Finding your calling is rarely a straight line. It's a journey of self-discovery, of experimentation, of being willing to step outside your comfort zone and explore new horizons. It's about identifying what truly lights your fire and then having the courage to pursue it, even if it means deviating from the well-trodden path. The fear of the unknown. It's a powerful force, one that can keep us tethered to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us. In the mid-career phase, this fear can manifest as a reluctance to rock the boat, to take risks, to embrace new opportunities. You've worked hard to get where you are, built a comfortable life for yourself and your family. The thought of jeopardizing that security, of venturing into uncharted territory, can be paralyzing. It's easier, safer to stay put, even if it means sacrificing your dreams on the altar of stability. But here's the thing about fear, my friend. It thrives in the shadows of uncertainty. The more we avoid it, the bigger it looms. But when we face our fears head-on, when we shine a light on them, they often shrink to a more manageable size. Remember, taking calculated risks is not reckless, it's essential for growth. It's about weighing the potential rewards against the potential downsides, and then having the courage to take a leap of faith, even if it means feeling a bit of butterflies in your stomach. Expectations. Those pesky little voices in our heads whispering what we should be doing, what we should have achieved by a certain age. They can feel like a heavy weight on our shoulders, especially in the mid-career phase. You're supposed to have it all figured out by now, right? The successful career, the perfect family, the house with the white picket fence. But life, my friend, rarely unfolds according to a predetermined script. And the pressure to conform to these societal expectations can be suffocating. You might feel like you're constantly striving, never quite measuring up, comparing your journey to others, only to find yourself coming up short. But here's the thing about expectations. They're often based on external validation, on what others deem important. True fulfillment, however, comes from within. It's about defining success on your own terms, not someone else's. So, give yourself permission to let go of those unrealistic expectations and embrace your own unique path, even if it looks a little different from the norm. The mid-career phase can be a surprisingly lonely time. You've seen colleagues come and go, friendships forged and broken, and you might find yourself feeling a bit adrift, like a lone sailor navigating a vast, unforgiving sea. You're no longer the wide-eyed newbie, eager to please and learn the ropes. You're the seasoned professional, the one others turn to for guidance. And while this newfound respect and authority can be gratifying, it can also be isolating. The comfort zone. That warm, familiar place where everything is predictable, safe, and, dare I say, a little bit dull. But here's the thing about comfort zones, my friend. They might be comfortable, but they're also constricting. Like a bonsai tree, our potential can become stunted if we're not given the space to grow. The magic, the growth, the fulfillment, it all lies just outside our comfort zones, one small step at a time. The winds of change are stirring, my friend. You've acknowledged the stagnation, the yearning for more. Now it's time to set your sights on new horizons, to chart a course toward a more fulfilling future. And what better tool for navigation than the trusty compass of goal setting? Remember that old adage, a ship without a destination sails nowhere? The same rings true for your career. Without clear goals, you're likely to drift aimlessly, buffeted by the currents of circumstance, rather than steering your own ship. Now, I'm not talking about those vague New Year's resolution-type goals that evaporate with the first whiff of resistance. No, my friend, we're talking about SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Think of it like plotting a course on a map. You need a clear starting point, a desired destination, and a realistic time frame for arrival. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable milestones. Celebrate your victories along the way, no matter how small. Momentum, my friend, is a powerful force. The world of work, much like life itself, is in a constant state of flux. What got you here won't necessarily get you there, as they say. To stay ahead of the curve, to remain relevant, you need to embrace the exhilarating and sometimes daunting adventure of continuous learning. Think of your mind as a muscle, my friend. Use it or lose it, as the old saying goes. Stagnation sets in when we allow our skills to atrophy, when we become complacent in our knowledge. But lifelong learning, that's the elixir of youth, the fountain of professional vitality. Now, when I say learning, I'm not just talking about formal education, although that certainly has its place. I'm talking about cultivating a mindset of curiosity, of being a lifelong student of your craft, of constantly seeking out new information, new skills, new perspectives. Read industry publications, attend conferences, take online courses, shadow a colleague in a different department. Embrace the unknown, challenge your assumptions, and never ever stop asking questions. Now, some of you might shudder at the mere mention of the word networking. It conjures up images of awkward cocktail parties, forced conversations, and the dreaded exchange of flimsy business cards. But fear not, my friend, for networking, when done right, is not about schmoozing or self-promotion. It's about building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships with other professionals in your field and beyond. Think of it as building bridges, creating a web of support that can provide valuable insights, advice, and even opportunities that you might otherwise miss out on. Now, building a strong network takes time and effort. It's about nurturing relationships, not just collecting contacts. Attend industry events, join professional organizations, connect with people on LinkedIn, but most importantly, be genuinely interested in others, offer your help whenever possible, and always follow up. Remember, my friend, in the interconnected world of work, who you know is often just as important as what you know. So go forth and build those bridges. The mid-career phase is often fraught with negotiations. Whether you're vying for a promotion, seeking a raise, or navigating a career transition, the ability to effectively communicate your value and advocate for your needs is paramount. Negotiation isn't about being aggressive or confrontational, it's about finding mutually beneficial solutions. It's about understanding your worth, articulating your needs clearly, and being willing to walk away if the deal isn't right for you. Before entering any negotiation, do your homework. Research industry benchmarks, know your walkaway point, and anticipate potential objections. During the negotiation, listen actively, be respectful, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Remember, my friend, the worst they can say is no. And even then, you've gained valuable experience and insights that will serve you well in future negotiations. Thriving amidst chaos, cultivating resilience and adaptability. The mid-career phase is rarely a smooth, linear path. It's more akin to navigating a turbulent sea with its fair share of storms, unexpected detours, and the occasional rogue wave threatening to capsize your vessel. That's why cultivating resilience and adaptability is crucial for not just surviving but thriving in the ever-changing world of work. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from failures, and to emerge stronger on the other side of adversity. It's about developing a growth mindset, viewing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. Adaptability, on the other hand, is about being nimble, being able to adjust your sails when the winds of change shift direction. It's about embracing new technologies, learning new skills, and being open to exploring different career paths. Remember, my friend, the only constant is change itself. By cultivating resilience and adaptability, you'll be well equipped to weather any storm and emerge from the mid-career maze stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. The balancing act, prioritizing self-care. Now, amidst all this talk of goal setting, continuous learning, and navigating the choppy waters of the mid-career phase, it's crucial not to neglect the most important asset you possess, yourself. The demands of work, family, and life in general can take a toll on your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. If you're constantly burning the candle at both ends, you're bound to burn out sooner or later. That's why prioritizing self-care is not a luxury, my friend, it's a necessity. Now, self-care looks different for everyone. For some, it might be a daily meditation practice. For others, a long walk in nature or a hot bath at the end of a long day. The key is to identify activities that nourish your soul, that help you recharge your batteries, and to make them a non-negotiable part of your routine. Remember, my friend, you can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you'll be better equipped to handle the challenges of the mid-career maze and to enjoy the journey along the way. Finding your tribe. The importance of mentorship. The journey through the mid-career maze can feel less daunting, more enriching, when you have a trusted guide by your side. Someone who's navigated similar terrain, who can offer valuable insights, advice, and encouragement along the way. That's where the power of mentorship comes in. Now, a mentor can be anyone you admire and respect, someone with more experience than you in a particular field or area of life. They can be a former boss, a colleague, a friend, or even a family member. The key is to find someone who's willing to share their experiences, their wisdom, and their network with you. Someone who can offer a listening ear, a fresh perspective, and a gentle nudge in the right direction when you need it most. Mentorship is a two-way street, my friend. It's about mutual respect, shared learning, and a genuine desire to help each other grow. So don't be afraid to reach out to those you admire, to ask for guidance, to offer your own experiences in return. You never know what valuable connections and insights you might gain. the alchemist within, turning challenges into opportunities. The mid-career phase, with all its twists and turns, can feel like a crucible at times. But like the alchemists of old who sought to transform base metals into gold, we too have the power to turn our challenges into opportunities for growth, innovation, and personal transformation. It's all about perspective, my friend. When we view obstacles as insurmountable roadblocks, we're likely to become discouraged, defeated. But when we approach them as puzzles to be solved, as opportunities for learning and growth, we tap into our innate resourcefulness and creativity. Remember, some of the most successful individuals in history faced seemingly insurmountable challenges. They failed, they stumbled, they questioned their path, but they never gave up. They used their setbacks as fuel, as stepping stones on the path to greater success. Charting a new course. Resources for mid-career success. Navigating the mid-career maze can feel like embarking on a solo expedition at times. But fear not, intrepid explorer, for you don't have to go it alone. There's a wealth of resources available to support you on your journey, from books and articles to online courses and coaching programs. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, my friend, but rather a testament to your commitment to growth and success. It's about leveraging the wisdom and experience of others who have successfully navigated similar terrain. And speaking of resources, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we at Yoga Coaching and Consulting are here to support you every step of the way. Our team of experienced career coach and consultants specializes in helping mid-career professionals like you identify their strengths, clarify their goals, and develop a customized action plan to achieve their career aspirations. The inner compass. Navigating with values and purpose. True success isn't just job titles or salaries, it's aligning with your core values. Imagine a ship without a compass, drifting aimlessly. Your career can feel the same without a strong inner compass. What truly matters to you? What principles guide you? Aligning your career with your values sets your inner compass. The art of self-reflection. Taking stock and charting a course. Self-reflection is the process of taking a step back, of creating space for introspection, for honest assessment. Are you truly fulfilled in your current role? Are your talents being fully utilized? Are you living in alignment with your values? Like pruning a vine, self-reflection is essential for growth. The power of mindset, from fixed to growth. Now, my friend, let's talk about the power of mindset. You see, the way we view ourselves, our abilities, and the world around us has a profound impact on our experiences, our choices, and ultimately, our success. In the realm of psychology, there's a concept known as mindset, which essentially refers to our beliefs about our own abilities. Those with a fixed mindset tend to believe that intelligence, talent, and other qualities are innate and unchangeable. They shy away from challenges, fearing failure as a reflection of their inherent limitations. Those with a growth mindset, on the other hand, view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. They embrace setbacks as stepping stones, understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather a crucial part of the journey. In the context of the mid-career maze, cultivating a growth mindset is paramount. It's about shifting from a place of I can't to I can't yet. It's about reframing setbacks as learning opportunities, about viewing challenges as puzzles to be solved rather than insurmountable obstacles. The importance of emotional intelligence. Navigating the human landscape. Now, my friend, let's talk about a topic that's often overlooked in the corporate world, yet is crucial for navigating not only the mid-career maze, but the entirety of life's journey: emotional intelligence. You see, technical skills and expertise will only get you so far. It's your ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others, that will truly set you apart. Emotional intelligence, or EQ as it's often called, encompasses a range of abilities, including self-awareness, empathy, communication, and relationship management. It's about being attuned to the subtle cues in yourself and others, being able to navigate complex social situations with grace and sensitivity, and building strong, authentic connections. In the workplace, high EQ manifests as strong leadership, effective communication, and the ability to build cohesive, high-performing teams. It's about creating a culture of respect, empathy, and understanding where individuals feel valued, heard, and supported. Now, my friend, let's address the ever-elusive concept of work-life balance. It's a topic that's been discussed and debated ad nauseum, often leaving us feeling like we're constantly falling short, like we're failing at some impossible juggling act. But here's the thing about balance, my friend. It's not about achieving a perfect static state where work and life exist in separate, perfectly compartmentalized boxes. Life, much like the sea, is constantly in flux, ebbing and flowing, demanding our attention in unpredictable ways. Striving for perfect balance is an exercise in futility, a recipe for frustration and guilt. Instead of balance, I encourage you to think in terms of harmony. Just as a skilled musician blends different notes to create a beautiful melody, so too can you strive to create a harmonious life, one where work and personal life complement and enrich each other, even if it means accepting that some days the scales will tip in one direction or the other. Now, my friend, in the pursuit of harmony, it's crucial to master the art of saying no. This seemingly simple word can be surprisingly difficult to utter, particularly for those of us who are conditioned to please, to overcommit, to shoulder more than our fair share. But I assure you, learning to say no with grace and conviction is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation, a way of honoring your own needs and priorities. Think of your time and energy as valuable resources, my friend, for they are finite. Every yes to a request, an obligation, or a distraction is a simultaneous no to something else, be it time with loved ones, personal pursuits, or simply a moment of peace and quiet. Setting boundaries is not about building walls, my friend, but rather about creating healthy fences that protect your time, your energy, and your sanity. It's about discerning between the shoulds and the musts, between the obligations that drain you and the opportunities that light your fire. Now, my friend, as we navigate the complexities of the mid-career maze, it's crucial to remember that we don't have to go it alone. In fact, having a strong support system, a trusted circle of family, friends, colleagues, and perhaps even a therapist or coach can make all the difference. You see, we humans are social creatures by nature. We thrive in connection, in the shared experience of both joys and sorrows. And in the midst of mid-career challenges, when self-doubt whispers in our ears and the path ahead seems uncertain, having a shoulder to lean on, an empathetic ear to listen, can provide invaluable comfort, guidance, and perspective. Your support system, my friend, is like a lifeline, a safety net that catches you when you stumble and cheers you on as you soar. It's a space where you can be vulnerable, authentic, and fully yourself, without judgment or pretense. The journey within. Embracing the transformative power of mid-career. And so, my friend, as we approach the final leg of our journey through the mid-career maze, I want to leave you with this. Embrace the transformative power of this stage. You see, mid-career is not merely a point on a linear timeline, but rather a chrysalis, a period of profound growth and metamorphosis. It's a time for shedding old skins, for challenging limiting beliefs, for stepping into a more authentic, more empowered version of yourself. It's a time for rediscovering passions, for pursuing new avenues, for redefining success on your own terms. The challenges you face, the questions you grapple with, the uncertainties that lie ahead. They are not signs of failure, my friend, but rather invitations to grow, to evolve, to become the architect of a future that reflects the depths of your experience, the wisdom you've accrued, and the dreams that still flicker within. Remember, my friend, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And sometimes the most rewarding journeys are those that lead us inward, towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the grand tapestry of life. Echoes of resilience, lessons from history's mid-career masters. Ah, history, my friend, that grand tapestry woven with threads of triumph and turmoil, of empires rising and falling, of ordinary men and women achieving extraordinary feats. It's a treasure trove of wisdom, a source of inspiration for those navigating the often turbulent waters of mid-career. You see, the challenges we face today, the feelings of stagnation, the yearning for fulfillment, the fear of the unknown, they're not new, my friend. They're as old as humanity itself. And just as those who came before us found ways to overcome adversity, to reinvent themselves, to leave their mark on the world, so too can we. Throughout the annals of history, we find countless examples of individuals who defied expectations, who turned setbacks into stepping stones, who achieved remarkable things long after others had written them off. Their stories remind us that it's never too late to change course, to embrace new challenges, to rewrite the script of our lives. The Roman reinvention, Julius Caesar's late bloom. Let's start, shall we, with a figure who needs no introduction, a man whose name has become synonymous with ambition, power, and the very notion of an empire, Julius Caesar. Now, we often associate Caesar with his military conquests, his political machinations, his tragic assassination on the steps of the Roman Senate. But what many don't realize is that his rise to power was anything but meteoric. In fact, for much of his early career, Caesar was seen as something of a dilettante, a man of extravagant tastes and questionable judgment. He dabbled in poetry, racked up considerable debts, and was even captured by pirates at one point. A rather embarrassing episode, one might say, for a future emperor. It wasn't until his 40s that Caesar truly began to make his mark. First as a military commander, then as a politician, and finally as the most powerful man in Rome. His story reminds us, my friend, that it's never too late to tap into our potential, to hone our skills, to seize the opportunities that life presents, no matter how unconventional they may seem. Now let's fast forward a few centuries to a man who, like Caesar, knew a thing or two about leadership, resilience, and the art of reinvention, Winston Churchill. We remember Churchill as the indomitable bulldog who rallied Britain during its darkest hour, whose stirring speeches galvanized a nation facing the threat of Nazi tyranny. But what many don't know is that Churchill was also a man of diverse talents, a prolific writer, a Nobel laureate in literature, and surprisingly a rather accomplished painter. It was in his 40s, after a series of political setbacks that left him feeling deeply despondent, that Churchill discovered solace and a renewed sense of purpose in the act of painting. He described it as a delightful amusement, a way to escape the pressures of public life and tap into a different side of his creative nature. Churchill's story reminds us, my friend, that even in the midst of adversity, even when our chosen paths seem blocked, there's always room for exploration, for discovering hidden talents, for finding solace and inspiration in unexpected places. Now let's turn our attention to a woman who embodied resilience, duty, and the capacity for reinvention, Queen Victoria. Ascending to the throne at the tender age of 18, Victoria's early reign was marked by both triumph and tragedy. She presided over an era of unprecedented industrial and imperial expansion, yet also endured the profound grief of losing her beloved husband, Prince Albert, at the relatively young age of 42. Plunged into deep mourning, Victoria withdrew from public life for a time, her reign seemingly on the brink of collapse. But she emerged from this period of intense personal loss with a renewed sense of purpose, determined to honor her late husband's legacy by becoming a symbol of strength and stability for her nation. Victoria's story, my friend, reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable grief, Even when the weight of responsibility feels overwhelming, we possess within us the capacity to rise above our circumstances, to find strength in adversity, and to emerge from the crucible of loss transformed. Now, let's shift gears to the world of business, where we encounter Colonel Harland Sanders. His image is instantly recognizable as the face of Kentucky Fried Chicken, one of the world's most successful fast food chains. Sanders didn't achieve success until his 60s. Armed with a secret recipe and belief in himself, he franchised his chicken recipe across America. His story is a testament to persistence and belief in one's dreams. Nelson Mandela's unwavering pursuit of justice. Let's journey to the southern tip of Africa, where we encounter Nelson Mandela. His decades-long imprisonment for opposing apartheid, his unwavering commitment to equality and justice, and his eventual release and presidency. Mandela emerged as a symbol of hope and reconciliation, ready to lead his nation into a new era. The power of persistence, J.K. Rowling's literary triumph. Let's turn our attention to a woman whose story is as magical as the world she created, a testament to imagination, persistence, and belief in one's creative voice. J.K. Rowling. Rowling's rise to literary stardom is legendary. A single mother struggling to make ends meet, she poured her heart into writing the first Harry Potter book, facing numerous rejections before finding a home for her work. The data doesn't lie. Research-backed strategies for mid-career success. Now, my friend, I know what you might be thinking. That's all well and good, these inspiring anecdotes about historical figures overcoming adversity and achieving great things. But what about the here and now? What about the cold, hard realities of the modern workplace? And you're right to ask, my friend. Inspiration is all well and good, but it's often the practical, evidence-based strategies that make all the difference. The good news is that there's a growing body of research that supports many of the principles we've discussed thus far. Academics, psychologists, and organizational behavior experts have been studying the dynamics of mid-career for decades, and their findings offer valuable insights for those navigating this complex terrain. So let's delve into the data, shall we, and explore some of the research-backed strategies that can help you navigate the mid-career maze with confidence and clarity. Unlocking your potential. Studies on goal setting and achievement. Let's start with the foundational principle of goal setting, a practice that's been touted by self-help gurus and business leaders for as long as I can remember. But is there any scientific evidence to support the notion that setting goals actually leads to greater achievement? Well, as it turns out, there is. A landmark study conducted by researchers at Harvard Business School back in the 1970s found that students who set specific measurable goals for themselves after graduation were significantly more likely to achieve those goals than those who didn't. And this finding has been replicated in countless studies across various fields and contexts. It seems that the simple act of defining our desired outcomes, of creating a roadmap for ourselves, has a powerful impact on our motivation, our focus, and ultimately, our success. So, if you're feeling adrift in the mid-career maze, my friend, I encourage you to dust off that old notebook, sharpen your pencil, and start setting some smart goals for yourself. The power of connection. Research on networking and career advancement. Now let's talk about networking, a word that often elicits groans of dread from even the most extroverted among us. But the truth is, my friend, networking is not about schmoozing or self-promotion. It's about building genuine, mutually beneficial relationships with others. And as it turns out, those relationships can have a significant impact on our career trajectories. A study published in the journal Administrative Science Quarterly found that individuals who had weak ties with a diverse range of people outside their immediate social circles were more likely to receive job offers and promotions. Why is this? Well, it seems that weak ties, those casual acquaintances we encounter through work, social events, or even online platforms, can provide us with access to new information, perspectives, and opportunities that we might otherwise miss out on. They can open doors, connect us with potential mentors or collaborators, and expand our horizons in ways we never imagined. Mastering the Inner Game, studies on mindset, resilience, and emotional intelligence. Now, let's shift our focus inward to the realm of our own thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. You see, my friend, the way we approach challenges, the way we respond to setbacks, the way we interact with others, all of these factors play a crucial role in our overall well-being and, yes, our career success. Fortunately, there's a wealth of research that sheds light on the power of mindset, resilience, and emotional intelligence. For example, a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with a growth mindset, those who believe that their abilities can be developed through hard work and perseverance, were more likely to bounce back from setbacks, embrace challenges, and achieve higher levels of success in their careers. Similarly, research on emotional intelligence has shown that individuals who are skilled at understanding and managing their own emotions, as well as the emotions of others, tend to be more effective leaders, communicators, and team players. They're better equipped to navigate conflict, build strong relationships, and create a positive and productive work environment. The science of well-being. Research on self-care and work-life harmony. And finally, my friend, let's not forget the importance of taking care of ourselves, both physically and mentally. In today's fast-paced, always-on world, it's all too easy to neglect our own well-being in the relentless pursuit of professional success. But as it turns out, neglecting our own needs is not only detrimental to our health and happiness, but it can also sabotage our career aspirations. A study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that chronic work stress was linked to a number of negative outcomes, including burnout, decreased job satisfaction, and even increased risk of heart disease. The good news is that there are scientifically proven ways to mitigate stress, improve our well-being, and create a more harmonious relationship between our work and personal lives. Regular exercise, mindfulness practices, spending time in nature, and nurturing strong social connections have all been shown to have a positive impact on both our physical and mental health. The tapestry of success. As we reach the culmination of our exploration, my friend, it's clear that navigating the mid-career maze is not about stumbling upon a single, elusive map with all the right answers. It's about weaving your own unique tapestry of success, thread by thread, drawing upon the rich wellspring of experiences, insights, and strategies we've uncovered together. Remember, this is your journey, my friend. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, no magic formula for achieving mid-career fulfillment. But by embracing the principles we've discussed, from setting clear goals and embracing continuous learning to cultivating resilience, nurturing your network, and prioritizing your own well-being, you equip yourself with the tools, the mindset, and the unwavering compass to chart a course that resonates with your values, your aspirations, and your unique definition of success. The path ahead may hold its share of twists, turns, and unexpected detours, my friend. But armed with self-awareness, a growth mindset, and a healthy dose of good humor, you can transform the mid-career maze from a daunting labyrinth into an exhilarating adventure, a journey of self-discovery, growth, and lasting fulfillment. Your allies in the maze. Now remember that you don't have to navigate this maze alone, my friend. Just as a seasoned explorer relies on a trusted team, a supportive network of fellow adventurers, so too can you draw strength, guidance, and encouragement from those who have journeyed before you, who understand the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. Seek out mentors, those wise souls who can offer insights from their own experiences, who can provide a listening ear and a fresh perspective when doubts cloud your path. Connect with peers, those fellow travelers navigating similar terrain who can offer camaraderie, support, and perhaps even a shared laugh or two along the way. And remember, my friend, that we at Mjoga Coaching and Consulting are here to be your steadfast allies on this journey. Our team of experienced career coach and consultants is passionate about helping mid-career professionals like you unlock your potential, navigate challenges with confidence, and create a career and a life that truly lights your fire. A final word. So go forth, my friend, with a heart full of courage, a mind open to possibility, and a spirit ignited by the knowledge that the best is yet to come. As the great philosopher Socrates wisely proclaimed, the unexamined life is not worth living. Embrace the journey, my friend. Explore the uncharted territories within and beyond yourself, and remember, the mid-career maze is not a destination, but a transformation, an invitation to become the author of a life story that is both fulfilling and truly your own. We at Mjoga Coaching and Consulting are your strongest ally in your journey to career excellence. Take that first step towards a more fulfilling future and book a complimentary career breakthrough call with us today. Let us help you turn this mid-career maze into a playground of possibilities. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle.